Good morning to everyone. It is Wednesday, September 29th, zeroing in on another month ahead, just another day or so, and we're in a new month, the month of the Holy Rosary. And as we think about how time is quickly passing, a thought came to me, and I've done some reflection on it, and it has to do with, I look around and I see what's going on in the world. I don't have to be an avid news watcher or read the papers or the magazines or listen to the news on television or watch it on television or watch it on the internet. I don't have to bury myself in news to know the state of the world around us. It certainly needs some healing. It certainly needs some tolerance. It certainly needs some forgiveness. And I have to ask myself, how and where am I in this process? Am I doing my best to look at my own life before I try and change anybody else's life? Am I looking at my life and trying to change my life? Or am I waiting for that to be done for me? Am I a spectator in the world of change that is necessary in this world of ours? Or am I determined to be a player, to be a participant, to be someone who does his part to make this world a better place, starting here before I start anywhere else? I was reading a little while ago about President Harry Truman, certainly a very unobtrusive, very simple man in many ways, someone who wasn't really, you would think about it, maybe not suited for the presidency, and yet had to make some critical and serious decisions in his presidency, and but always kept a good balance. He wrote in his second term, just before his second term, he wrote this little note to his daughter, Margaret. He said, "Your dad will never be reckoned among the great, but you can be sure he did his level best and gave all he had to his country." Also, if we all remember I don't know if you remember, but I do remember reading at one time this epitaph on Boot Hill in Tombstone, Arizona. It's an epitaph that says, "Here lies Jack Williams. He done his darndest. What can anyone ask for more? And what more can a person do?" I think there's something in all of those, in those two sayings, where President Truman recognized he might not do great things, but he's going to do his best. He's going to do his best, for his country, nothing less. If he's willing to do that for his country, what are we willing to do for our God? What are we willing to do for our families? What are we willing to do at work? How can we do anything less than the best that we have? I wonder, I think I mentioned at one of our services or somewhere along the line that God has enough fans. If you watch any football, and I haven't had a chance to watch much football recently, but I remember when the stands used to be full and people jumping up and down and cheering like crazy the players on the field. But it was the players on the field who were getting dirty and down and were putting forth all the effort, and others were being entertained by it. How much are we a fan and a spectator rather than a participant in changing the world, in changing our society, and making things better in my life and in my family's life and in the lives of the people around me, by changing what's necessary in my life, by working hard to cut out those things that are necessary. St. Paul says in his letter to the Colossians, chapter 3, he says, cut out from yourself all those earthly desires, all those earthly things that separate you from God. Get rid of them. Put them to death. And so we have to say, what am I doing to do just that? How am I doing my darndest? Am I giving my best, giving everything I had to make these things happen? Or am I a spectator, sitting back and waiting for things to change around me, waiting for the world to be better, waiting for this and waiting for that? I'm saying my prayer for us is that we don't be spectators. We don't be choose to sit back and wait for someone else to change the world around us, to make things better. We make a decision to make it better ourselves. I look into my life and I say, I have to work at getting rid of my sometimes impatience, sometimes my frustration because things aren't getting done, or I don't seem to bring, when I see people, or I don't seem to have the right words to say to them. I don't seem to have the right, and I have to plan, I have to do a little better preparation in helping others to find peace in their life. But I have to witness the peace before I can give it. There's a Latin saying, nemo dat quo non habet. We can't give what we don't have. So if I don't have peace in myself, I can't pass it on to anybody. If I don't have the love of God in my life, I can't pass it on to anybody. If I don't have peace, if I don't have forgiveness in my life, I cannot pass it on to anyone. My prayers for us is that we look into our life and say, am I doing my darndest to bring peace into my life? Before I can bring peace to the world, and I keep praying for peace in the world, before I can accomplish peace in the world, or peace in my country, or peace in our community, or peace in our families, or peace in my life, I have to bring peace here. And then I have to let the light of that peace shine through my eyes and come through my lips, and be willing to be extended to everything I touch and everything I say and everything I do. What about us? How committed are we to bring peace to the world? How committed are we to make this world a better place because we become a part of it? Let's not settle, as I said, for just watching and sitting. Let's do and be all that we can be. Let's do all that we can do, so that when it comes our time to be judged, that people can say of us and we can say of ourselves, I did my darndest. I gave my best. I did what I could. I didn't settle for anything less than that. Mary, help of Christians, pray for us. Mary, help of Christians, pray for you. God bless y'all. Have a great week.